We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Yes, I know you were expecting us to come on. We're here and we're live. And today's edition is going to be packed full. It's going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be interesting. You're welcome to the most exciting sports show on the planet. It's Sports Zone. It's live and it's on Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. They call me the Swab Man with a smooth voice. My name is Adu and I'm here to introduce you to the great man of sports. And now start this morning with the king of bridges, the prince of palliatives, the wearer of the black ring. Is none other than Mr. FEMI Farawe, the PA to the minister, and he's also the trophy man. Good morning.
The last one you called the portfolio, I don't have it yet.
Which minister am I talking about? Do you know if it's Minister of God?
Future minister. You say
do you
future
know
minister
of God?
Not any.
I said
minister.
PA to the minister. I didn't say future of God.
Okay, anyway. But good morning. But I don't have. I'm putting it in front.
That what?
If I get that position, that'll be great.
That'd be great, yeah. And
I'll be able to respond better.
No. Do you even know which minister I'm talking? I said minister of God. It could be minister of anything now.
Oh wow! Sorry that I do this morning. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you too. I hope you are ready and locked and loaded. Okay. Anyway, whilst Femi is trying to get his answers right. Also in the building this morning, the Eagle landed. He's Sheikh Been There, Done That, got a t-shirt, and he's also the 4-4-4-3-2-2 formation man. And for those who do not know, the reason why we call him that is because the number of schools and institutions he's been to is actually a football formation. And he's also the man who's the anointed one, the pundit, the traveler, the sage, the survivor, and is none other than Mr. Segun Agbede, the Eagle.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Really happy to be here this morning. A birthday shout out to Mr. Tunde Olanio, aka Agbon. Went to uni together, my friend, my brother. We were roommates in school. He was the best man at my wedding. I was the best man at his.
So you were just sharing best man up and down?
Yeah, we're sharing best man up and down. So it's his birthday today, Agbon. So many happy returns of the day. One of my many friends, I went to GCI. So when I was in UI, a lot of people thought I went to GCI, but no.
So yeah, that's why I said the number of schools you've been to is actually a football formation, 4-4-4-3-2 formation. You know, it's just really great.
So for those GCI boys out there, I went to a much better school than GCI. I went to go college, as you all well know, and all that. Guess what I spent most of yesterday evening doing?
Watching TV.
No, watching YouTube actually. And I was watching the relay race, the 4x100, over and over again. That was just a mind-blowing race. I watched the relay race. I watched 3 races in particular over and over again. I watched the 4x100, where I think it was Toby Amushon, Favor Philly. Then is it Rosemary George? Yes,
Rosemary Chukuma.
Rosemary Chukuma and Grace Nwokocha. Rosemary Chukuma. Thank you. Rosemary Chukuma's third leg was exceptional. That's the most difficult, the bend, and for us to blow away the Jamaicans and the English who are defending champions, and we're just a shade off breaking the Commonwealth record, was excellent. Then Favor Phillies coming second to Elaine Thompson-Hera. That was absolutely brilliant as well, considering she came second to the double Olympic champion. She won a gold and silver. 2 golds at
100 and 200 meters.
100 in
Brazil.
So where did you have it?
Brazil.
The real games.
Yeah,
yes.
Brazil.
And in Tokyo, so absolutely. So Favor is just 19.
When you were done watching that, I always have that one period where I'm very respectful. Did you go through the YouTube channel to see yourself?
Myself?
Yes. Because you've been waxing everything. You were putting on your Sunday best all through last week.
I'm not really, despite what some people say, I'm not really into myself like that.
Oh, wow.
Do you understand? I really don't.
Wow.
I really don't, because some people.
That's why you need some people to touch you up. You need someone to touch you up.
Because the consistently loaded content on YouTube.
Touch you up.
I'm really not into myself like that.
You got a makeup artist for you.
Touch you up.
I wanted to touch me in the studio. Yeah, that was a bit funny.
Meanwhile, in terms of the epicness of that relay race, would you be able to compare it with ones the Jamaicans pulled off in London 2012?
No, if I'm going to compare that race,
because that also was an epic performance, though.
Yeah, it was, but it's the one I'll compare to would be our bronze medal in Barcelona
92.
Yeah, Barcelona 92, which to me is one of I think the Olympics movement used the girls' celebration when they realized that they were on the podium Marion Yali et al. I don't know, just sheer pure ecstasy and joy, And these girls, they and then their technique, no looking back, hands high in the air. I mean, super. So round of applause for me. AFN, whoever trained those girls, their coaches, because in really it's all about.
I'm laughing
technique.
at that. Whoever trained them.
No, whoever trained them. That's why and then Favor. I don't want to put too much pressure on Favor Philip. She's truly Favor. She's just 19. That girl has the world at her feet, literally and figuratively. And once again, I reiterate this: Nigerian women won 12 gold for the nation. Amazing. I don't think that feat has ever where women win all the gold medals. I don't know if I'm wrong, guys.
Even in football, is it not the Falcons?
The Falcons are doing this. Yes.
What are we saying? Let's introduce our. So we have a special guest in the studio this morning. For those who do not know, he's been there, done that, got a T-shirt, and he's also the compound cleaner per excellence, the captain of the ship, the came of the chamber. I'm talking about none other than Mr. Charles Anazodo. Welcome back.
Good morning. Good to be here. It's been 3 weeks of relaxation, fun, excitement. Not seeing some faces really worth my while.
Gracious.
I kind of wish we could go back to the days of COVID. Where we could just broadcast from the comfort of our homes.
You love that wheelchair.
Yeah, just so I don't see your face. That
You're so disruptive.
that gives me good pleasure.
All disruptive
That gives me a really good pleasure. For those of you who may not be aware, we're on YouTube, right? Yeah. So if you missed the show for any reason on any particular day, you can actually go to the YouTube channel and watch Sports Zone. Yeah. Femi, what's the channel? Do you know?
Lagos Talks
913.
Okay, Lagos Talks 913.
You can subscribe, so whatever content drops, you just get it immediately.
But how come I don't show? Where's the camera?
So after each episode of Sports Zone, how long does it take for the content to be available? Before the end of the day, our director says he's right here in the studio recording. So before the end of the day, you can watch this episode of Sports Zone, just in case you missed out on it. Okay, welcome to the show. It's a special day today. We have a +1, by the way. You just want to introduce yourself. I come in here and there's some changes.
Yeah, you know
without my permission. Without my permission. I'm back and I'm going to make those. I'm going to turn things around.
Turn it around by making just a color tape. You do that, I bow for you.
Okay, so last week, my name is Kingsley Akwan. So last week, I came here and I spoke about how everyone in this studio looks so young. And I never knew the legendary Charles will even look younger than the last time I saw him. And I think whatsoever you guys are taking, I still have to join you guys in taking it because I want to also tap into all of that. But it's always a pleasure to be here in the midst of royalty.
Kingsley, to be honest with you, better do the shootouts this lot away.
Kingsley, good to have you on the show today. Okay, today's a very special day as well, especially if you're a lover of African football. The African Super League will be launched today in Tanzania. $100 million is on the table for teams participating in this one. Before the show runs out, we will give you bring you the breakdown of the African Super League, what the teams are supposedly going to be benefiting. Some people think it's Infantino imposing his will on African football, but I beg to disagree. African football needs all of the competitions that it can get. I mean, there's so many European competitions out there. There's a lot of money pumped into European football, and that's why we watch all of it. So Africa deserves all of that and so much more as well. $100 million is chicken change, as far as what's happening around the world is concerned. So African football doesn't need that kind of ingestion, really, as far as funds is concerned. The more competitions for African football, the better African football gets, which is also why we applaud the decision for the CAF Champions League for women as well. It can only make the women's game a lot better, definitely. So, what do you want to say?
You just called 100 million chicken change.
It's chicken change.
Yeah,
I'm talking about world football. When you
looking at the bigger picture.
Looking at the African picture.
I'm saying looking at the bigger picture, what's happening around the world.
It's humongous for Africa.
100 million, compared to what's happening around the world, is small change. But African football needs these kind of funds to succeed. So I'm in support really of the African Super League. We'll share all of the details with you as we move
before
on.
You guys read out the numbers, and I'd like to ask Charles a question. Yeah, what's your take on the Kwara United being put?
We're also going to talk about that, Segun, because the rules are there. The rules are laid out by CAF. I know the Football Federation have gotten a lot of stick for selecting Kwara United as that representative. But we'll read out the rules, and then the listener can make up their minds.
This is a new improved Charles. I like you. Maybe you should travel more often.
Well, the rules are there now.
No, yeah, but you're sounding reasonable so far. Do you understand? Well done. Well done. I'm praising you that you're not even smiling.
All right, so here are numbers, guys. Here are numbers. If you do want to join the conversation, because there's a lot to talk about today. 0809-234-5913. That's the number for WhatsApp messages. I also heard that you guys have started taking voice notes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
WhatsApp messages. Same number, right?
Yes, same number.
Okay. That'd be interesting.
Just make it short. 30 seconds.
Why 30 seconds?
So you can put all your
What can you say in 30 seconds?
A lot.
No, you can't. No. No, you can't say a lot. No.
You can say a lot.
You cannot.
You see some people rolling the bed.
No, you cannot.
A lot.
You cannot.
30 seconds.
Anyway, that number for that is 0809-234-5913. Women only number still in existence, hopefully functional. 0809-191-3913 and 0809-222-0913, and our landlines 01515-0913 and 01515-1913. We're also on social media, Twitter at Lagos Talks 913 with the hashtag SportsZone.
This is heavy in my mouth, but I'll say it. Congratulations to the sports ministry for doing the right thing and paying what they owe. Very happy about paying them, the athletes, 3 weeks of camping allowance instead of 2. Could have scrimped and saved on the money. They didn't. They gave them their due. Really happy that they paid out the medalists. Although the 4x100, why pay them 15? Should it be 5k a piece? Whatever. 4 people around it. But whatever. Let's not complain. I'm just happy. It was a hugely successful performance. We had some stand-up performance. As I said, I watched the races all over again. Tobi Amushan's race was just brilliant, considering that 4 of the World Championship finalists were in that race, and she finished literally miles ahead of the rest of the field. So it was just a great performance for the squad. And our women, I listened to some commentary who said the secret of the women's success is that they finally started to believe in their abilities and their capabilities.
What is this thing about women's success? I mean, when you wear that jersey, that kit, you're representing Nigeria. It's not about men. It's not about gender. It's not about gender. This narrative has to be cut short. We can't keep doing this. You're representing Nigeria. There's no women. There's no men. Yeah. That kid doesn't say Nigerian women. It says Nigeria with your name on it.
I
don't know where this is coming from. It's ridiculous.
We had a fight over this yesterday and on Monday.
Excuse me, Femi, I mean Charles, because you guys are interchangeable. Yeah. The 12 gold. What sports were they winning?
What do you mean by what sports?
Weightlifting, athletics, different.
They were won in the. They were won
by Nigerians.
It was won by a Nigerian athlete.
Yes. Nigerian women.
Nigerian athletes.
Why do they have men and women sports? Because men and their women.
Yeah, but when the medal is being presented, they don't say Nigerian women.
I know they play the Nigerian.
They don't say that exactly.
I get that.
What's this?
Is there?
But what?
But there's a but. The but is
the but is what?
We need to dig. We need to do a deep dive into this thing.
When the medals table is red, what does it say?
It says Nigeria.
It says Nigeria. Nigeria got how many gold medals?
12.
Exactly.
And all of them are won by women.
Is that what they tell you?
No, that's what happened.
No, is that what they tell you?
No, that's what.
Is that what
the Commonwealth roots when they write medals?
Is that what the IOC says?
Being a critical thinker, you ask yourself, how come all the golds were won by women? It's a question.
I can't believe this.
Can I make a I have this comment can actually be raised. You have come
honestly, I don't know how you guys think like this.
How
you're the problem of this country.
I know.
People like you.
Yes, I know.
People like you.
People who see that women are doing so well.
It's unbelievable.
That's it. So, but anyway, fantastic. It's also that ends well. The athletes have been well rewarded, as I went to, and as I said, they deserve everything. And the athletes, so notice I said I didn't say the women.
Exactly.
The athletes have been well rewarded, but we still need to wonder why.
Because the federal government is planning to host these girls, yeah. And when they do, eventually, they're not going to sit the women athletes on one side of the room and the men on the other side.
No.
Yeah. Everybody will be seated together.
Okay. But how about...
And the Nigerian athlete will be celebrated.
Yes, but how about when it comes... But supposing they put gold medalists in one place.
Okay.
Come
on.
No.
Come on. Where is that done? Like they say, okay, if you want gold medal, stay here. Room 2.
No, everybody in the same room.
Okay.
But the people who win gold medal, they sit down for one place. Do you understand?
So the ladies will be on one side?
They will be. Because there is no man that won't go medal.
I don't think that will happen. My fear in all of this is I think the way we celebrate things in this part of the world is we do it and then everybody goes to sleep. We have issues, question marks on our maintenance policy, either structurally or via personnel. When we build a stadia, we really don't maintain it well. And also, when we have our athletes do well, we don't do a follow-up. You just mentioned Favour now, who is 19. The next Olympics she'll be 21. What are we going to do to make sure that, she grows and then she moves in the trajectory that we want her to move towards? When they pay them the money, everybody will just go back to sleep. And then 6 months to the Olympics, we hope
but that money, to be honest, that money will not prepare her for the Olympics. That money is not even enough. It means that she has other sources of income.
No, Femi, you're not listening to what Kingsley is saying. Kingsley is not saying that it's just paid them. He's saying after the monies have been paid. Yes, it's not the money. The money is a wonderful gesture.
There's already a process now.
No. The question is, what is the process?
What's the process?
It's not everything that you and I will know. There are lots of things going on behind the scene. For Brume, for example, let's pick Brume. Now, you know that there's some private individuals beyond the Delta State government that are also funding her. So this $5,000 is not what will prepare her for the Olympics.
It's nobody says it.
The money she's got, Toby had sponsored from Adidas before she even went for the World Athletics Championship. It wasn't the World Athletics that brought Adidas on board. So I'm saying that there's a lot of things that happen behind the scene that we do not know, or they don't tell us.
Is it just for clarity? Yeah, is it the job of the AFN to prepare an athlete for a major competition?
No,
it's not.
No,
it's not.
How about preparing?
The most that the AFN can do is keep tabs with the athletes.
That's it.
You know, how well are you doing?
Yes.
Do you have any problems? Can we speak with your coaches?
That's it.
You know, your out of competition test. Are you up to date with all of those kind of things? But in terms of the day-to-day preparation, it's not the responsibility of the AFN. It's not.
I don't know, but I beg to differ.
It's not, Segun. It's not about it's not about you.
Because in UK, the British Olympic Association, for instance, they have definitive programs where they have lottery money devoted to these athletes. Fine, they trade on a daily on their own, but there are programs and processes that they go through, building up for international competitions. And there's one word I like to use. It's the P word. It's called precedent. What did we do between which one was it London 2012? Was it Rio? No, in Rio we won a couple of medals or something, if I remember right.
But Segun, that lottery that you talk about is not run by the British Olympic Committee. It's not.
That's number one. In the USA, it's a different system. And many of our athletes are in the USA. So why are we not using what runs in the US? You have to get a lot of private sponsorship.
Okay, but we're all on the same page in the sense that the Flavor of Phillies, the Rosemary Chukwumas, Grace Walkochas.
Many of them are on scholarships, by the way.
Good. We just need a situation where we're looking at the trajectory. Especially, I'm so concerned about Favor. 19.
You're not concerned by the men. You just raised the concern about the men.
The men will come there. The men have done well. Do you understand? And they can now use the women who are worthy of them. And the men, I'm a man now.
And then interestingly as well, Kingsley, you talk about maintenance of structures. Yeah, we're all bad at it. Even you in your house, you're bad at maintaining the structure in your own house.
No. That's no.
Check, I've been to your house.
Yes.
I've been to your house.
That's what you've been able to
You've not been to mine. I've been to Check's house. So I know we're all guilty of it.
That's a cheap shot.
We're all guilty of it. But when you put up structures, a good example is the stadium in Uyo. It was built by Julius Berger.
Yeah.
And the Akwa Ibom state government ensured that Julius Berger maintains that stadium from the day it was built for another 10 years. Because they know that as a government, it will be difficult.
They wrote that into the contract.
It's part of the contract. So when you're building, if you're providing an infrastructure, get the person who built it to maintain it. Because it's their responsibility. Because if you leave anything for government, it will go to shreds.
Can we do voice notes instead, since we can't click?
We're having problems with our lines, guys. We sincerely apologize.
Mr. Botosho, try harder.
If you can send your comments via voice note. Once again, the number for that, 0809-234-5913.
Good morning, guys. My name is Abarami from Unilag. How you guys doing? Hope your morning was great, or should I say hope your night was good? Finally, the man that causes commotion, that causes wahala, that causes confusion, is finally back to the studio. Welcome back, Mr. Charles. Have a great day, guys.
He did that in 21 seconds, by the way.
Exactly.
You see why I said you see why I said it's not enough, because you take the first 15 minutes to be greeting people.
I don't greet. Don't greet.
Just say hello, guys, and then move on.
Don't greet.
That way you can possibly catch your thoughts.
So I have seen possibly your thoughts.
I just called to advise you guys to be careful with the voice notes, because once you start playing it, it cannot be censored. So you be careful, please.
Okay. Bami, we're also believing that those who send voice notes will be mature. Okay, Azu, we're believing that you'll be mature enough, and stick to the agenda. Yeah, and not insult anybody or use swear words. We believe that we have a mature audience.
Like I said, don't be disagreeable. Abby, we have enough of that.
We understand what you're saying, Azu. We understand.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We understand.
We have people to send 30 seconds. People send 52 seconds.
50.
I told you that you cannot catch your immediate thoughts in 30 seconds. It's difficult. When you have a lot to say, you can't do it in 30 seconds.
Somebody did it in 14 seconds.
I'm sure he's saying good morning and bye-bye.
Hello, guys. Good morning, guys. Sorry, Mr. Segun. Who is man going to sign again now? I don't get in the news now that we want to sign Gakpo from PSV. He's a good player.
I also kind of heard that United wants to sign Junior Lokosa. I mean, you never know. We're looking for everybody.
It's better. But Gakpo is a player that
everybody is good for you now. But everybody is good for United.
I beg. United, I beg.
I mean, let's not make this about United, please, because we're not going to finish today. But Kingsley, let's quickly, before we take more of these messages, Segun definitely is supportive of the African Super League. Yeah,
Yes, I am. Okay. And I know there are question marks.
You are as well.
Yeah, I know there are question marks surrounding the organization as to how it will affect either the CAF Champions League and then the CAF Confederation Cup, how they will make sure that the dates either don't clash and all of that. But for peculiarity, let's take Nigeria for instance. Last season, we didn't get to see the league on TV. And you just have to make do with what you hear, journalists who are at the stadium to talk about.
Exactly.
So, but with this kind of development, you get to see our teams. Now, I want to be personal now concerning Nigerian professional football league teams. You get to see our teams, compete. You get to see players. It will bring about exposure. And before you know it, I feel it will rub off positively on the league. And then it will also help us structurally, because when it will be done right because we've got guys who understand how to run things like that, do it. We can learn from that. Oh, how did they do this? Oh, when we travel, this was how this was done. And then a club administrators can bring that back to the NPFL and help grow the league. People say, oh, why didn't they accept this same thing in Europe? Europe is already structured well. You have in England at least 2 cups running. The FA Cup starts almost at the start of the season, where you have a lot of teams
the
in
League
League Cup in Division 3, 4 playing, and then it gets to where they get to play with the big boys. So you have the UEFA Champions League, UEFA Europa League, UEFA Conference League. So they are already in a very safe sport. We are not in Africa, and so we need investments like this to help grow our league. I think this is spot on. If they can make sure that it doesn't disrupt or affect either the CAF Champions League or the CAF Confederation Cup, it's a good one for me.
Very well said, Kingsley. And there's a key point to eyes on the game. Eyes. We have a league that we're not seeing what's going on and all that. But Charles, there's something.
Can you just add to just a thing or two what Kingsley said? I totally agree with the league as well. I don't have anything wrong with it.
So you're on board with it?
I'm on board. It's fine. It's great. It's also going to affect the CAF Champions League, despite everything they've said. So they're saying they want to make the CAF Champions League a playoff, throw away the group stage. So that way you just get a playoff until the end of it. So it's just 2 legs. You play 2 legs, you go off. You play 2 legs. Because there's a lot of football now. So it's proposed that it will be maximum of 3 teams from a country. Maximum. Right? There's money to go around. The money part is great. But looking at the nitty-gritty, the small information, the fact that you're going to get 3 countries or 3 teams from a country, I think you're also exposing a lot of other countries to more. South Africa has complained. They're saying that it's affecting them in terms of the smaller clubs. But I think at this stage, if we can put our own out there, everybody can see what African football is all about. Maybe it will bring more development, that they would revise, or look at the league in future and change a few more things, or maybe make it bigger, make it more elaborate, or maybe collapse the Confederation Cup and make the Super League the Champions League itself.
No, you know what really excites me about this one? The eligibility format of the African Super League. There will be 24 teams. But this part really is good for me. It says if the domestic league champion is an AFL team, the next best placed non-AFL team will qualify for the CAF Champions League. That really, really excites me. So what it does is it gives other teams in the NPFL, for instance, a chance to play at the highest level
so assuming
of
Rivers
African
United
football.
Was an AFL
if Rivers
team.
United is an AFL, which it will be. Presumably, it looks like it will be Rivers United and Eyimba. So if these two play in the AFL, then the third best team will now represent Nigeria in the CAF Champions League.
And that will be Remo Stars.
Absolutely amazing stuff. Wow. In my opinion, absolutely amazing stuff.
That helps take away the competition or competitive criticism that the European Super League got, where they said it wasn't competitive.
It was just statutory.
In fact, it was like incestuous.
Come on, Segun, incestuous.
Everything was in-house.
So this one was well thought out.
And what it also does is it gives a team like Remo Stars, for instance, Kwara United, that desire to want to compete at the African Super League. So you go to the CAF Champions League, you do very well, and by virtue of your coefficient, then you get to participate in the ACE. It's a win-win, really.
Another thing it's going to do, because Kingsley mentioned it on our sister station this morning, about how one of the major reasons we don't do well in CAF competitions is that, like a Remo Stars, for instance, a Rivers United, the players that take them to win the league title,
they sell them. Ishak is gone.
You understand?
And because the players themselves, they have ambition.
We're saying the same thing.
They have ambition.
So if we now have this influx of
money, exactly,
onto the continent, then you look at, why go and play in Denmark
for 5,000 when I can earn the same right here
with my family around me? It makes a hell of a lot of sense. But just please, you said something this morning, and I really like that, and that's one of the reasons why I do appreciate you once in a while when you're on the show. Once in a while, in the blue moon. This Kwara United thing. You say there's a rule. There are rules about it.
Yeah, there are rules. Let me just
because everybody has been having lambasting, and we do accept, because Kingsley mentioned it, how the FA Cup starts at the beginning of the season, the League Cup and everything. So we do accept that the NFF has erred with the Federations Cup not being played in time for the Federation Cup winner to go into the
the CAF Confederation Cup.
We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.